Hi, your goddess Nesca. Here we're we're reacting to...
Apparently, this has been a drama going on last week. Genshin voice actor crashing out on gamers over. Apparently, the Genshin Impact Hoyu Studios fighting with the English voice actors. They're trying to go unionize in the damn studio, and some of the voice actors don't want to be unionized because you got to pay like a $4,000 fee to join the union. And for those who don't know, English voice actors don't make that much money to begin with.
Yeah, well, is that touch and go?
Yeah.
That the union has to help pay for those things. There are options to help people.
Go into debt, boys, so I can get my union. All you mother freaking poor ass peasants.
I'm a fun. You didn't tell me this was another VTuber.
I didn't know there was another VTuber.
I'm on top of someone with a bag head.
Bag head?
Bag head.
Yeah, we'll just show him for a second.
The bag head. This bag head. I'm on top of him.
Voice acted for $200 a week. You need to go into debt so I can get my union.
Pay for the union dues within SAG, but you don't know that. Oh my god, it's almost like you're not an actor.
Hey, what's up, gamers and gamettes? It's PaperBag Boy here. So,
I didn't know what his name was, but I was close. I just called him Paperbag Head. See, all new members pay a one-time only introduction fee plus the first semi-annual dues at the time of joining. Remind me, what is the point of unions?
They're supposed to have labor protections. I think what started all this, they wanted AI protections because they don't want the AI voice actor thing happening.
Uh-huh.
And it's turned into an other shit show.
Where it seems like they're taking advantage of them now?
Yeah.
The national...
the national
interest fee rate is currently $3,000, although it may be lower in some states. Oh, lovely. Annual base dues are $236
base dollars.
and why is it with the 60 cents too?
And also you gotta pay a portion of your earnings.
1.57%.
Up to $1 million.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just screwing
Well,
them
what
over.
is she's claiming that everyone wants to join the union, but there was a voice actor who went in and worked, without basically the term crossing the picket line. To go work because hey, I can't work without money. I can't live without money.
Right.
And everybody shit on this person, even though these voice actors were also working while they were on strike. It was a big drama going on.
Ugh. Continue.
Paimon's voice actor, her English American voice actor, has just blew the lid off the freaking internet. We're going to get into it here today, boys, but before we get to the video, I am going to run back what's going on so everybody knows what the heck's going on. I'm going to tell you everything that's going on within the minute. I was trying not to cover this, but as somebody that's worked in the acting industry a little bit and has a little bit of knowledge about how this goes and unions and everything, this voice actor is being incredibly disingenuous. I watched a video on it today. I literally could not keep my mouth shut anymore. I was talking to myself about it. I was blown up at myself about it. That's how bad it is, okay? All right, let's get into it. So, they force non-union VAs into the union, charge them $3,000 plus semi-annuals, and if you can't afford it, they literally offer you interest loans to cover your fee. Actually, FSOG after. I'm a certified...
Yeah, so you have to get a loan to get your job.
Wow, that doesn't seem worth it at all. Personally, if I ever got offered a voice acting thing, I would just do it for free. Just because I really like the idea of being a voice actor.
They're also trying to...
There's two groups. There's some people for AI versus people against... Yeah, you're right, because drama within like voice acting, specifically American voice acting, where they change the original dialogue.
Yeah, that's another thing that's been a big fight lately.
And that does make people like, yeah, it would be better to just have AI. But at the same time, it hasn't gotten to the point where AI is particularly good at
There's
voicing.
a company in Japan, I think, that's working on making a AI like where they
Voice
take
better.
where they take the Japanese voice actors, they sympathize their voice, and then they just dub it in every language they can, and just cut the middleman out.
So a more advanced like Hatsume Miku.
Yeah.
Oof.
SAG-AFTRA hater. This is the contract in question, boys. This is the union contract in question with fees, by the way. And if you don't understand how acting unions work, I'm going to get into it a little bit later, but this is a voice acting union for the game Genshin Impact. And obviously, boys, voice actors want a union. They want a union, and it has not been unionized at all in the gaming industry ever. Okay, and this could be a big deal, but this one is predacious. This is what they call an absolute hook, line, and sinker. They got you bit over the barrel, and they got them ass cheeks out wide, baby. All new members pay a one-time only intuition fee plus the semi-annual dual dues at
Blue Sky Super chatted $5. If the project is unionized, you couldn't even do it for free because they are required to hire union. Also gold.
I put the goal in the section.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I always laugh at the end. I try. I do 3. I die. Thank you, Blue Sky.
the time of joining. The national initiation fee rate is currently $3,000, although it may be lower in some states. Annual base dues are $236. In addition, work dues are calculated at 1.5% of covered earnings, up to $1 million. Boys, not only do they not guarantee you a role, but they literally charge you for it, okay? The entire issue with this contract is the fact that what SAG-AFTRA offered Genshin Impact was a no use of AI ever.
Oh.
For the perpetuity of ever. They cannot use AI for English voice acting at all, ever. Okay, that is an issue. Obviously, SAG-AFTRA is trying.
Hey, keyboard die? Oh, I got it. So, not even for like the smallest background character.
No.
You're not allowed to use AI. That's very not cost efficient.
Yeah, I think they're trying to fight what's going to happen.
To force Genshin Impact into signing something, knowing that they're never going to sign it. They would never sign that because you can never tell what's going to happen in the future. Second, the voice actor cannot be replaced, and they have the role for perpetuity forever.
Ooh.
What if the voice actor gets caught doing something illegal and goes to jail?
What if the voice actor can no longer perform their role?
Yeah.
How do you forever that?
Never, okay? This is completely disingenuous. This agreement severed limitations on how MiHoYo can work with non-union voice actors, including a lifetime limit for the voice actor and eventually forcing the voice actor to either join the union, which is large entry costs and fees, or stop working on the project. Yes, and it forces non-union voice actors to sign an agreement with SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, so
Wow! Do as I say, huh?
Yeah, also, I'm going to assume all this is out in California. California is a non-right-to-work state. What that is, like, I say my terminal went union.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to join the union because it's in, say, Kansas. Kansas is a right-to-work state. I can still work my job and not have to deal with the union. Now, granted, I won't get any protections or whatever the contract they sign with the union.
Right.
But I can still work my job.
Right.
Huh. And see, AI has some uses. It depends on the topic. And so true. And so true.
I can't even say it. It's a tongue
love
twister,
AI.
boys. This shit is crazy. This is absolutely insane. The voice actors that are pushing for this they have to be getting some of the money from SAG-AFTRA. There's no way that they're agreeing to this. I understand wanting to be unionized in the space, but you don't accept something like this. You don't let the sharks in to eat your fellow voice actors alive. And the whole internet
Unless
blew
they're
up about
part
this
of
situation,
it.
which is Jacob Takanashi, whenever he got a role as Kanish in Genshin Impact, and evidently the old voice actor had been on strike for months trying to get them to force them to sign the deal with SAG-AFTRA. So they wanted them to sign on the union SAG-AFTRA and force Genshin Impact to never be able to use AI voice actors. And second, the role would be kept in perpetuity, and it would force all other non-union voice actors that were working on the Genshin Impact on the Genshin Impact game to sign with SAG-AFTRA. Okay, Genshin Impact's never gonna freaking sign that. So of course they recast Kanish, and they recast him as Jacob Takanashi. Okay, boys, I don't know about.
Is that why I've noticed there's been a lot of new voice actors in the industry?
Yeah.
Because, okay, I was having this conversation with my cousin after we were watching the Devil May Cry anime. Actually, it was last night when we watched half of it. She was asking if Lady Mary, if she was voiced by the same actress. I looked her up. She's a brand new voice actor. She only has one other role, and that was in a 2023 Chainsaw Massacre video game.
Huh.
So Mary's her first role. And then Lou also gets into a tangent because we like Johnny Young Bosch. He's a really good voice actor. He's an old school voice actor. He's one of the ones that I can recognize so easily. But she was so mad because she's like, why is he voicing Dante? Why couldn't they get the original voice for Dante on from the video games to voice him instead of his nephew, since Johnny Young Bosch plays Nero? He does a good job, I must say. He does a good job being Dante. But my cousin was kind of salty about that, and I just had to explain to her that sometimes they can't sign some of these voice actors, or they're too expensive, or they're retired. A lot of things. There's a lot of experience there, but those guys do both big time and small time projects. Yeah.
And also, ever since the Vic Mignogna stuff, I've been kind of had just a weird stain for English voice actors lately. Mm-hmm. Ever since that drama came out.
Yeah.
Y'all, but having Kanish silent for this long does nothing for the gamers. It does nothing for you and me. The only thing it does is fuck us over, like literally. And them recasting him is a great decision. If the dude is going to go on strike for months on end because he wants you to sign a deal with him in perpetuity, well then, you know what you should do? You should just sign a deal with somebody else. And as we see here, we got some comments.
Yeah, isn't that what they did with Bayonetta too?
Well, she came out because she was being a bitch to the studio.
Claiming she wasn't being paid enough.
And she was actually making $100,000 per role. Like, she was making good money, and she was just, whatever reason, ruined her career over it.
Underneath, this is actually kind of diabolical. If you need the money, at least take the role uncredited. This just comes off as an easy grab for clout. It's not a good look. And they got freaking community noted, boys. Getting bent over the barrel by the community notes, boys. Ass cheeks out wide. According to voice actor Nathan Noakes, fellow VA Jacob Takanashi is a Japan-based VA who had no knowledge of the strike or the circumstances of which the role was being recasted. Jesus Christ, dude. We've got all the Americans freaking the frick out, and yet...
So he's a Japanese voice actor who can speak English.
I think his name sounds familiar.
I'm an American. I'm proud to be an American, but the woke left, boys, the woke left libtards that are literally doing this, and yes, all these freaking VAs that are acting this way, I promise you they're woke left libtards.
Oh, yes.
They make me ashamed, okay? I'm proud to be an American. I'm not proud to be associated with the libtards, boys. And then it comes to Paimom's VA, Zulu and Lima Karina. This is where we get into it, boys. We got a video later of this chick absolutely blowing her freaking top and spewing those brain juices all over the game and all over gamers, boys. But this is her Twitter, okay? Paimon
Oh,
VA
lovely.
right here. Attacking Jacob.
Paimon VA?
Yeah, the one with the. I also think the reputation of some.
I think of a repetition with actors only being known for one role. That's true. That's true. You.
For replacing
Okay, so
Kanish.
this is that one
Meanwhile,
little-
she herself isn't striking in solidarity like the previous VAs did while still talking shit. Annoying
that little
voice in
chibi
game and
character.
annoying
Yeah.
hypocrite outside too. There's a good reason why English Paimon is the most hated of them all. I actually liked her voice. Now that I've seen her face, boys, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like her freaking voice no more. They should definitely recast her. This is
Dude, we had that exact same reaction when it came to any of Monica Rial's and Jamie Marchi's. It's like, originally, I just loved the voice. I loved Bulma. I thought she was cool and all that jazz. And now I can't detach the character from the actress anymore.
She has a face for radio.
First thing she could do for her career. There is a huge difference when you take the role of an actor who is striking for AI protections. You are no castmate of mine. That's what Paimon said. That is what Paimon said. Cute little Paimon, boys. She's still working in the role. Why isn't she fucking striking then, you damn...
Exactly. Hypocrite.
Fuck! And then we scroll down here, boys. If you were in Hoyo's shoes, would you leave a character muted for multiple months while waiting for a strike that might take multiple years to end? And Paimon says, I would sign the SAG interim agreement so that all my actors can have AI protections, and then they could come back right away to voice these characters with no gap. Yeah, brother, just strong arm the entire company, or they'll just recast everybody. You guys see what they're doing here? It all points back to SAG-AFTRA. They literally want them to sign the agreement. They're trying to force all of them into this union, and I guarantee you Paimon is probably attached to this union somehow, and is probably...
I can see good points and I can see bad points on both sides for this.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want the company just to fire you willy-nilly, but at the same time, the company should be allowed to fire you if you're acting like this. Yeah.
probably getting some of those fees. I would not be surprised if that came out. That is just my opinion. That's not an allegation. That is just my opinion. But seriously, it could be that way, folks. It's seeming that way. We keep moving here. Karina, English VA of Paimon in Genshin Impact, is one of many problematic voices who is a recurring offender of bad takes, is orchestrating other voice actors into harassing a new voice actor for the game. Yeah, boys, it's exactly what she's doing. It's absolutely ridiculously insane. Wow, Paimon VA maintaining her title as worst person ever.
Sheesh.
Man, using medical issues to shield you from being a fucking scab. By the way, all her SAG-AFTRA friends shouldn't even be in Genshin because of their Global 1 rule. And this is the Global 1 rule. This proves she's a freaking hypocrite. Before we even get to the video, boys, that's why I'm going through all this. To prove to you that she is a freaking hypocrite, okay? As somebody that's even worked in the space even just a little bit and understands it more than the average person, she is such a freaking hypocrite. Global Rule 1 status. No member shall render any services or make an agreement to perform services for any employer who has not executed a basic minimum agreement with the union. Genshin has no agreement with the union. She is working for them, which is in full force and effect in any jurisdiction in which there is a SAG-AFTRA national collective bargaining agreement in place. So evidently...
Okay, so what does that mean?
I'm trying to think what's the right answer. Basically, you're not allowed to work at non-union places.
Oh, so ultimately they have control over everything.
They want control over everything.
So they're signing away all control. Huh. Isn't that kind of like a manager?
Yes and no.
Huh. I think of Liam Neeson. He has recognized voice. He plays almost some roles in every movie. Huh. I don't think I know.
They're all fucking hypocrites. They shouldn't be working there. They're all part of the union. They should not be working for Genshin at all, but they're sitting at home collecting the paycheck while griping at Jacob Takanashi for collecting his own check, dude. Let him get his bread and fuck off. You're sitting there riding the dick of this damn union, but you can't even help a single individual. You don't even care about the single individual. That's the issue with these damn libtards, dude. They don't care about the single individual while trying to act like they're against big business, big government, and all this, but then they want to promote more bigger government. Like, fuck off.
I see here. So,
We paused it on
a very lovely picture.
What do I say when someone's crazy? Look at the fucking eyes.
What's with their eyes?
What do I always say when someone's batshit crazy? Look at their eyes.
Soulless NPC?
This is the woman in question, folks. This is the lady that wants you as a gamer bent over the barrel, forcing to play a game with no damn voice actors and having to put up with it for her. For her. This is English Paimom's voice actor, by the way. Let's get into it. This chick is crazy. I just want you to know before we...
Oh no. And also he's retiring very soon. I think he's worked one last movie. Huh. Liam Neeson. I can't think of any roles. It sounds familiar, but I can't think of
She's being
any.
incredibly disingenuous, and she's a freaking nutcase.
If voice actors, both non-union and union, in a video game want a game to go union, the game should go union. Nobody else's opinion matters. That's it.
So people who don't want to go in union, their opinions don't want to go matter?
I know who she voted for.
Yeah, I want to see her crash out November 7th.
And YouTubers don't know anything. They're not voice actors.
Oh
They've never
no.
been in my industry. They don't know what my industry is.
By the way, how many VTubers are voice actors, boys? How many
You know, that's a good question. Am I technically a voice actor now? No? Aw. I mean, I'm voicing a character right now. Doesn't that count for something? Maybe? I just assume you go run away and pay. Nah.
YouTubers are voice actors that auditioned for a role, and then they're now working in the space as a voice actor.
Yeah.
And they're getting close to graduating, or what the frick ever that is.
Variety of different roles. Yeah, good point.
YouTubers don't know anything. Only I do, because what benefits me is what matters.
Is about. They don't know anything about SAG. They don't know anything about being a non-union actor either. Stop telling me to go to liars. Liars. They are paid to lie to you. Also, I'm sorry. They have more incentive to lie. They have more of an incentive.
Okay, then ultimately don't listen to anyone. Just do your own research then. Right? Shouldn't listen to you either. Nanya, welcome back.
Couldn't hold it.
How was your pee?
It was wonderful. I didn't wash my hands.
Yes, you did. I heard the water. Don't lie.
To lie because idiots like you fall for their shit and they get paid for that.
Yeah, you hear that? She's talking about all the viewers, boys. All the viewers that watch YouTube. Let me explain this in 2 seconds. You want a union in the voice acting space. You want it in the gaming voice acting space. In the acting space, the union is a great thing. It keeps you from being overworked. It makes sure that you get paid. It does all the things that it should do. The issue with this one is it does everything that it is not supposed to do. One, it forces voice actors that might not even have enough money to either join SAG-AFTRA or get the entire amount financed in their name. Otherwise, they cannot act in the role. That is oppressive.
So in a sense, you have to pay money to even work.
Yeah.
So isn't that kind of thievery, baby? If I'm a voice actor, I wanna be guy. He dies first. Easy paycheck.
is the in perpetuity. When you voice act, you do it for a contract, for a time, for a period. You do not do it in perpetuity for the life of the freaking game, okay? That is completely Genshin Impact will never sign that. We'll never sign that. 3, AI protections, what they're calling AI protections, while they're literally lining their own pockets. They're literally trying to make you look over here, just like all libtards do, trying to make it seem like they're doing a good thing for the industry. But in reality, they're literally lining their pockets with tax dollars. Obviously, that was a metaphor for the government, boys. But you see exactly what the freak I'm saying. This is not what we need in the voice acting space for games, okay? This is the exact opposite. This is oppressive.
Hello? God forbid. I want my industry to actually, like, I don't know, function, and that everybody gets paid and everybody gets, like, health care. Did you know that, like, once things become union, people get paid a lot more? So people are like, oh, but, you know.
Did she really just say that? Yeah, but she would get paid less. She's the main character, so she would get paid less.
Oh. Really?
It kind of caps the pay, boys. They argue for it, but then your union will take the percentage off of it anyway. You'll get like a 15% increase, and then the union will renegotiate your contract for another 15% or something. Literally, this is the worst thing she could have done for her freaking career, boys, was shown her face. I mean, I'm just being honest here, boys. You do not want to do this. If you are the voice
It
actor.
looks like one of the 1,000-pound sisters after they lost weight.
Oh, the one that's arrested now?
There was one that was arrested?
Yeah.
Huh.
She got arrested because she got bit by a camel, and they found a bunch of drugs in her car. It was something random that I watched that I heard of.
This is a bad thing for your image. There has been a recast call for her now en freaking masse. En masse. Like literally en masse. The internet is blowing up about it. Cute little Paimom has shown her face to be an adult female that is like completely fully grown and 40 years old, okay?
Job.
People are not happy. They completely want this bitch recast right fucking now. This damn libtard has ruined her freaking career, okay? That's why she needs a union now. She needs it now more than ever, boys. They're gonna freaking fire her.
Yep.
Oh, then some non-union actors will have to join the union. Yeah, they'll be able to easily because they'll get paid more. Also,
how will
She
they
sounds
get
like
paid more before they join the union, chick?
Don't fight me with the posies. She makes me think of Rachel Ziegler.
She makes me think like she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
That too.
She just believes whatever smoke got blown up her ass, and she's just re-repeating it. I'm serious. That's what she sounds like.
The union is negotiating higher pays for them. Then how would they be able to pay the fees to join the union when they're forced to join the union? If they have to be in the union first for the union to renegotiate their contract.
She did not read the
Does
fine
that make
print.
sense? They're going to have to finance it as a loan first. And then the union will try to renegotiate their contract. And then they won't be able to get enough out of it. They'll maybe get them like, 1% more. And then it would be nowhere near enough to cover the freaking fees. You see what I'm saying? She's crazy.
so there are options that the union has to help pay for those things. There are options to help people.
Like her own version of a payday loan.
Yay! So it's kind of like college. Voice actor college with actors from California think they better than everyone else. Is Rachel Ziegler from California too?
Yes.
Hey! You're not
Into
wrong.
debt, boys, so I can get my union. All you mother freaking poor ass peasants voice acted for $200 a week. You need to go into debt so I can get my union.
Pay
Sheesh.
for the union dues within SAG, but you don't know that. Oh my god, it's almost like you're not an actor. It's almost like you're not a voice actor.
Oh my god, dude.
You know?
And her arrogance too.
Yeah, she has this air of assery about her. To be honest, why are actors and voice actors getting paid so much? What do they really do? They can be very irreplaceable. You, a trucker, you're someone who can risk your life with your job because you're out on roads and you have to deal with all the crazy stuff. You're hauling some heavy machinery or whatever. Chemicals, whatever. Your job is very important. I would say, yes, you are replaceable too, but the amount of skill and training you have is a pain in the bun to replace. I feel like actors can be a dime a dozen.
I'll keep my day job. Animators are
Underpaid too. There are a lot. Yep, there's a lot of them too. Unfortunately. So yeah, those jobs are non-necessities. Like back in the Kobe days.
It's almost like you're stupid. It's almost like from the outside looking in that you can't see more than me from the inside with my blinders on. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like you're a freaking idiot.
And neither are those YouTubers. But bottom line is that both non-union actors and union actors in a video game want it to go union and have wanted it to go union.
Yes, they do, but that doesn't mean they want your stupid, shitty-ass union that's going to take advantage of them and be oppressive, you dumb freaking blah, blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
For a long time. So nobody else's opinion that is super fucking wrong anyway matters.
Ooh.
Hope this helps.
If you disagree with this libtard, boys, you're fucking wrong, okay?
Oh,
Your opinion doesn't
no.
matter.
I'm wrong.
And here we go, boys. We got Paimon. This is just one of the examples, by the way. I could pull up 1,000 examples of people begging for Paimon to be recast after this. They are absolutely tired of this woke libtard.
You know, usually people hate it when their favorite characters get their voices redone. But when it comes to the actual voice actor being the worst person in existence, I could care less that your character sounds different now. Of course, I don't play Genshin, so I don't care. Delusional, please. Yelpers.
Shit, okay? Paimon doesn't deserve this. Just give Paimon a new English VA outside of America. And then they
Defend
posted
the
this
character,
picture.
not
And
the
this is just
actor.
horrible, boys. People are popping off. They're losing their freaking minds, okay? People are not happy with this, okay? All right, boys. That's it for me.
But that was all that drama's been going on for the past week.
Woofa. Well, thank you for joining us for the video. Bye.